Welcome, everybody, to Inside the Sox Podcast, presented by Grandstand Productions. My name is Kevin.
My name is Rob, and welcome. I just want to say, first of all, thank you guys so much for all the support. Special guest on camera with us today, our good friend Justin, who's making all of this possible. You guys get to see Justin again?
Yeah, first guest on Inside the Sox. We couldn't be more grateful. We couldn't be more honored. We got Corbin, Red Seat Radio. How you doing, bro? Day. Mark your calendars, start it, circle it. Rafael Devers locked up, extended 11 years, 300 and what was it? $31 million? $331 million. An inaugural episode 10. We have a new team member. We have a new team member of Inside the Sox. We introduce Harrison. Let's go.
It is good, guys. Welcome back to Inside the Sox Podcast. As always, hosted by myself, Rob Anglin.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome, everybody. We got Dev here in our.
What's up?
We needed a fourth host, and honestly, we knew Dev loves the Red Sox, and Harrison, new host in the house. Sally Jet, how are you doing, Italy Jet?
What is going on, guys? And welcome to Inside the Sox Podcast, hosted by Grandstand Productions. As always, we love to welcome you guys to our channel. As always, with my good friend Gino, with my good friend Justin, with my good friend Harrison, and my good friend Dev. How are we doing tonight, boys?
This is the Inside the Sox Podcast, presented by Grandstand Productions, hosted by Rob Anglin. Starting in 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to Inside the Sox Podcast, and what will likely be the last episode of Inside the Sox Podcast. The reason why we're going to announce it later on social media. We'll get to that later, but I just want to get into this right now. Jump into this episode with my good friends Gino, Dev, Justin, and Harrison. We're celebrating a Red Sox Series W against Texas. How we doing, boys, on the final night of this pod?
Woo! We're feeling great. I mean, to take down a first place team, man, feels good. I mean, I really hope this next series we can beat these damn Oakland Athletics, but feeling very positive about this series. I thought, in all honesty, I thought we were going to get swept by the Rangers, but I'm very glad we didn't. Took 2 out of 3 from a first place team, and now we're moving on.
2 out of 3 against a really good Texas Rangers team. That Texas Rangers team arguably could be the team that wins the American League Championship Series this year. Gino, how are we feeling after this series win against Texas? Big series this series.
I'm shocked, honestly. Like, everything that I've seen with this team right now, I'm extremely shocked. I just really want to keep going. I'm glad we got Alfredo back. Oh, the Aquaman, as Harrison would say. I'm happy he's here. Happy he's back. I wish Tapia was here, but I understand. But overall, I think we're going in a good direction. Story and Chang are coming back. This is what the Red Sox needed. Yoshida stepped up. Devers stepped up. Bevel stepped up. Kenley Jansen has stepped up. This is what we needed to get that spark back on track, and I'm really excited.
You and I both, and I'm very excited because not only do we play Oakland before the All-Star break, we play them right after the All-Star break. So those are 6 big games that the Red Sox could easily win. Harrison, how are we feeling about that Rangers series, bud? I know you're excited.
Well, I'm just lost for words right now. I just thought when down by 2 runs, I just thought that we're not gonna hit the ball. We just been seeing Tristan Casas up at bat. It's just just get a walk here. Tristan praying for a walk, Casas, but he did got a walk or two. And listen, how about Kike? Kike Hernandez. Well, was it the bases loaded? By the way, was it the bases loaded? 2 outs, or is it 1 out?
It was 1 out.
1 out. Okay, and he just it was one of those weird hits, one of those weird hits from a player right now. But just thank God we got 2 runs in on Kike Hernandez. But Cutter Crawford, he played mid. let's just be honest. Cutter Crawford played mid. How many times I've been saying this to you guys? I don't like Cutter Crawford in the rotation. He should be in the bullpen. I'd rather have Nick Pivetta back in the rotation. And and I still like James Paxton, though. He is going to be coming back against the A's, which I don't want to trade this dude. Yes, for prospects at the end of the day, but if we're buyers, we got to keep Paxton. We got to keep Sale. Story, and we're going to keep Story either way. Yu Chang, I don't know if we're going to DFA Yu Chang or he's going to be sent down to AAA when Story comes back. I don't know, dude. Anything can happen with this team. I'm super happy that we got the dub. 2 out of 3 against the Rangers, against our best player, Nathan Eovaldi, 2018 World Series champ. I love this man. I'm about to cry.
We don't need you crying right now. I know I'm about to cry when this podcast is over because this is the end of a true era. I'm going to tell you my thoughts on this series. Like I said, Nate Eovaldi didn't look as sharp as he used to this year, but obviously maybe it's emotions getting over him, obviously coming back home to Fenway Park for the first time since not re-signing in the offseason. So that's kind of like a big adjustment for him as well. I'm going to say this right now. Brian Bale, the Red Sox had developed an ace. And here are his stats since May 1st. I seen this on MLB Network. I'm going to read it to you guys. I put out a tweet and now a thread. There is an app called Thread by Instagram. It's basically Twitter for Instagram, which is sick. Brian Bale since May 1st has a 6-4 record, a 2.39 ERA, which is the 4th lowest during that span, a minimum of 8 starts, 67 2/3 innings pitched, 56 to 17 K per walk ratio, and a 2.15 opponent's average against them. The Red Sox have really developed him really well. He is going to be the ace of the future, and I'm so happy that Pedro Martinez really found something in this kid and worked it out. We saw him in the offseason. He was working with Pedro Martinez throughout the offseason, found out, helped him with his pitch selection, helped him with his pitches, his delivery, his mechanics. Everything's been looking really good for Brian Bale. He's been having a big change around. Last year, he was rocked a little bit. In the beginning of this year, too, he was rocked. But it's great to see Brian Bale finally settling down at the major league level. Tristan Casas as well, finally hitting the ball well since last month. Happy to see Kike finally getting a hit. He struggled a lot this year defensively. He's been struggling offensively. He's a likable guy. Obviously, like you said, Harrison, it's going to be a hard decision on who you DFA, who you trade. When Story comes back, when Chang comes back, when Whitlaw comes back, when Sale comes back, this team is playing good and they're not even at full strength. Just think about that. Once we're at full strength, this team's going to be scary. James Paxton, I'm 50-50 on him. I like about trading him. I think if you can get value for James Paxton for the future, go for it because the Red Sox are in a situation here, right? You re-sign James Paxton next year, he's going to demand more money than he's making right now. Think about it this way, because his performance is speaking for itself. He's been great. You're going to have to pay him more. If you go out, trade him while his value is high, you can get some good prospects and build for the future too. But that's my thoughts on the Rangers series. I'm just happy that the Red Sox got a big series win and have been playing better baseball than they did against the Chicago White Sox because this team beats good teams. But teams that they need to win against, that are beatable teams, they have not played too well. I don't understand what it is, but I'm just happy we got the series win. And let me hear you guys' thoughts on the White Sox series. I know we talked about it a little bit, but I just want to hear you guys' thoughts on how you're feeling about now that the Red Sox kind of like changed directions on it and also the Blue Jay series over the weekend. What did you guys think about that Blue Jay series for the 4th of July weekend, entering the 4th of July? What do you guys think about that?
Hold on. Let's see what Justin says here real quick. Rob, you read it.
So my junior year of high school, there was this girl who I became very good friends with, and it's very wrong. Justin, this is the wrong thing.
Wait, what?
Oh my God!
No, I was gonna share it.
Wow! Oh my God!
Favorite moments later on about the podcast. So the fact that this is my favorite moment of the podcast history, the final episode, and dude, Justin.
I got so confused. I'm not gonna lie. I was reading it. I'm like, does he really want this on air right now? I was like, okay, sure, why not?
I thought was going to momentum from, great girl from a friend that's a Red Sox fan. I was like, oh my God, okay.
Yeah, and then this is what he says. I have found the perfect comparison in this team right now.
Okay.
Wow.
Was that your comparison, Justin? Yes or
Oh
no?
my God.
A
Is that what's
comparison
supposed
to
to happen?
that?
Yo, so he
That's
meant that. He meant
fucking
that.
hilarious. Oh
He
my
meant that.
God.
You what the?
Oh my God. So Justin compared basically feelings with a girl from high school. Okay, I'm gonna read it now that he's comparing the Red Sox to this girl. Now that we know the context, that was funny. So this junior year of high school was this girl that was being very good friends. It was very clear that she was into me. I thought she was the one. I kept asking her out and she shut me down. Is that how you feel about the Red Sox team this
And
year?
then this last part.
And then he found the perfect comparison to the team. So is that
Ah,
the
okay.
team?
That makes more
No
sense.
matter how bad this team is, they keep pulling me back in. I know I'm going to get heartbroken again. Okay, there we go. That makes sense. The first part, I was like, wait, what? I was so confused. Okay, Justin.
This is going on the blooper reels of,
Listen,
great Inside the Sox
this
podcast
is going
moments.
on the shorts. This is going on the inside the Grandstand channel. Funny moments. Oh, that was a good one. All right.
Oh,
Now that we got that out the way, Justin, you gave us a good laugh for the final episode. Let's hear everybody's thoughts on this Blue Jays series that we just swept. It was a big sweep. We're 7-0 against the Blue Jays this year. I mean, we own them, I guess. Dev, let's hear your thoughts. What do you think about this series?
man, the series was great. Just to own the Blue Jays, be up 7-0. It's just great. I think the MVP of that series was Alex Verdugo because, he had that great throw in the ninth inning to get, Bo Bichette. I mean, what was Bo Bichette thinking? I mean, I think you saw in the highlights that, the Blue Jays third base coach, he was waving him in, but then kind of like, held up the stop sign. But I was listening to it on air because I was at a family event. And I'm just thinking to myself, okay, the Blue Jays, they're down by 1 run, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s up, you need to have, your best hitter. And then I'm thinking, okay, he's single, great. But, thank you to Justin Turner who homered, before that inning and, in the ninth inning. But it was just a great throw from Alex Verdugo. Just always remember, never run on Verdugo. He had a great cannon. He had a great arm. And then the next game after that was a great one because, you got Alex Verdugo absolutely sending a piss missile to the right field bleachers and giving us that, series sweep, which is great. I mean, the pitching was great, ups and downs here and there. Kenley Jansen gave us a little scare on Saturday, but hey, this team, it fights, after being swept by the sorry, Miami Marlins. It was just great to have a feeling that, to beat a good team. And, we need to just keep winning and winning and winning. If this team keeps the momentum going, then, like you said, we could be second or maybe third before the All-Star break.
It's very good to see this team playing good baseball right now. And I'm going to say this right now. Extend Alex Verdugo, Heimblum, John Henry, whoever makes it, extend him. He's proven he's clutch. He performs better when the lights are on. I mean, he had 3 walk-off hits this year, and then you can't include a walk-off on the road. But if you want to include the throw, that's 4 walk-offs and then a go-ahead home run. He's just unreal. That man comes up in the biggest moments for the Red Sox and just keeps continuing to perform. Extend Alex Verdugo. Gino, let me hear your thoughts on this Blue Jay series. How are you feeling about the big sweep?
If I can only recover from what Justin said, damn.
Same.
That was hilarious. So, listen, the Blue Jays, I have a lot of friends that are Blue Jays fans, okay? They talk so much crap on they're going to beat up on the Red Sox. I mean, look what's happened. We have killed them. You can never doubt Verdugo. Especially with the Red Sox team, you can't ever doubt us either because every time when we have gone the distance, we mess up. But then the Blue Jays, they didn't capitalize on any mistakes that we've done because we made plenty of mistakes in that series, and they didn't capitalize on it. The fact that we had to get Martin and Kenley Jansen back in there, and Jansen had an okay outing, Martin had a better outing, and Kenley Jansen's still an all-star. Here's the thing about the Blue Jays, though. Don't ever doubt them later this year when we face against them again. They're going to come back. I really think after this trading deadline, they're going to get better. But the fact that we have that a majority of a great record against them has been absolutely fantastic. And no one saw that coming, and I love that no one saw that coming.
I agree. I'm glad that no one saw that coming, just like no one saw Justin commenting that. But no, I do agree. I think the Blue Jays will get better. I feel like the Toronto Blue Jays, they're going to be buyers, especially you're in third place right now. They're in the hunt.
Right.
Not performing as good as everybody thought they would. I mean, I thought the Blue Jays would be first place in the AL East, top 2 in the AL East with these moves they made. The Tampa Bay Rays are just a unit. They're really, really good. They've been playing really good baseball. Them and the Atlanta Braves, they've been amazing. Harrison, let's hear what your thoughts on the series are. How are you feeling about this big series sweep of the Blue Jays? I know you got a lot to say, so let's hear it.
Harrison. It was me. Oh, okay. Just get the brooms, and I'm liking. That was a great series. I'm just so happy that we swept not once but twice. But guess what? We have two dads on against the rivalries, the Blue Jays and the Yankees. Rafael Devers owns Garrett Cole, and Alex Verdugo owns Jordan Romano. That is by far, I mean, that's like the best Father's Day ever. Let's just be honest with you. I mean, Rob, what do you think about that? I mean, 2 Father's Day gifts. I mean, Alex Verdugo owns Jordan Romano, and Rafael Devers owns Garrett Cole. I mean, come on.
I mean, that's a good Father's Day gift, but Father's Day was a month ago. You're a little behind, Harrison.
Yeah, you're way behind.
I know, but it was before that. I mean, he did it at Fenway, and he did it in Toronto.
That is
Come
true.
on, you did own him. I mean,
he does own him. I think Alex Verdugo against Romano is just as good as Devers against Cole. My opinion on the Blue Jay series, great series. You got to sweep those teams. You got to sweep good teams. You got to beat good teams. And the Boston Red Sox, last year, they were 3-16. 3-16 against the Blue Jays. So the fact that they were, or not in general, 3-16 against the AL East in general. Sorry, my bad. 19 games you play against the AL East and you win only 3 games. That's kind of embarrassing. This year against the AL East, they have won a lot more games. They've won most of their games against Baltimore. They own the New York Yankees. They're 5-1 against the Yankees, 7-0 against the Blue Jays. The Rays are the only team in the AL East that were giving the Red Sox trouble, but they're giving everybody in the American League trouble. The Red Sox
Orioles.
And the Orioles too. The Orioles are a unit. I'm happy. Baltimore's been calling up all these young prospects in the past year and a half, and they have more in the minors. The Baltimore Orioles are young and they're stacked, and they're going to be good for a really, really long time. The Boston Red Sox, on the other hand, we are in a spot that we need to be. We're beating these good teams. Like I said, we need to start playing these games against the A's, against these teams that we can beat up on easily and win. If we can flip the script here, I've seen the record. The Red Sox have 24, 25 wins against teams that are above 500. If the Red Sox can start playing good against the teams that they need to beat, this team, especially when they're at full health, might make a push for the playoffs. You're fighting for a wild card spot with the Angels, the Astros. You're fighting for a wild card spot with the Yankees, the Blue Jays. There's a lot of good teams coming out of the American League. And the fact that all American League East teams are above 500 just goes to show how tough this division is. Now, one thing I want to talk about, Red Sox.
Wait, hold on. Can I say something about I forgot a couple more.
Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing. Connor Wong just saved my freaking life, dude. After he got that dude out and the Blue Jays were challenging that, I was freaking scared. I was like, there's no freaking way. There was like no way. And thank God he was out. I was about to just break something if that was not an out. But all I'm going to say is today's a happy day. I mean, we swept Toronto. I mean, lost the series. We got swept by Miami, which I freaking called it. I was supposed to do reverse psychology, but it turns out I was freaking wrong. And Gino's looking at me like, how dare you? And also, we did win the series against the Rangers. All right, that's all I'm going to say. Sorry, Rob.
You're good. No worries. What I wanted to talk about is the Red Sox.
Justin didn't get a chance to say anything.
Oh, shoot. Justin,
what did you think about the Blue Jays?
Justin, why do you look sad, man? Everything good? You good, bro? You good, Justin? Justin's, I think, just a little bit tired. He's just tired. Justin, did you have something you want to say about the Blue Jays series? Or I think no, nothing. No. You sure? No. What's wrong, Justin? I think Justin's tired, but also I know it's the end of it. I think he's a little upset because obviously this is a big farewell episode. So It's I'm gonna get to it later down. That might be the Justin moment. Is probably my top moment here so far, the funniest moment. So that's up there. I want to go through the memories real quick, and then we're gonna go to what the Red Sox just did with their roster before we wrap things up. Um, I'm I'm very thankful for everybody who given us the chance to be on a platform. I just want to say, Justin, Justin, thank you so much for everything you do, man. We appreciate you and love you. Everything that you have done, yes, sir. Everything that you've done for, especially me, giving me the chance to be on a podcast. I've always wanted to do my own podcast, so the fact that you gave me the opportunity, reached out to me, got me on this podcast. Shout out to Kevin. Kevin, you are a great host. You hosted this thing from the beginning. I'm sorry you couldn't be here for the final one, but we appreciate you as well for being my co-host, sharing the mic with me for a long time, and all you guys, Gino, Dev, Harrison, Justin, for sharing the mic with me for all these episodes, talking to me. Thank you to Joey Capone for coming on here, Corbin, Red Sea Radio for coming on here. So many people that have came on here, Jason Delacus, so many people that have come on here and shared their opinions on the Red Sox and thoughts on the Red Sox and helped grow this. There's so many people I can thank, but I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I am so thankful, and I'm just so thankful too. We're going to be starting something I can't say yet. I'm not going to say, but just know us five, we're not going anywhere. We're staying together. It's going to be huge. I can't say anything yet. I'm waiting for everything to happen. Once everything happens, keep your eyes peeled on the Grandstand Productions Twitter, the Grandstand Productions YouTube, because there's going to be something coming that you guys won't even. This is only the beginning for us, and the vibes are great. I love everybody here, and I love every single one of you listening. So I just want to thank you for giving me a platform to be able to talk about the Red Sox. That's all I'm going to say. I love you guys so much. Thank you. And once we get this thing going, we'll let you guys know you can still listen to us because we got a lot of good things coming. I can tell you that. But now, speaking of good things coming, the Boston Red Sox have made a move today, and they have gotten Jorge Alfaro. They re-signed him. He got released by the Colorado Rockies earlier. I'm happy to have him back. Story's coming back. Yu Chang's coming back tomorrow. This team is revamping, and the team's getting better. And I just want to hear what you guys think about this team. I'm going to start with Gino from the top and work my way down all the way to Harrison. But let's start with Gino. What do you think about this team? How are you feeling now with everybody coming back?
It's like my favorite players are coming back. It's like everyone's back on the playground again. Everyone wants these guys on their team. I want them on their team. Chang did very well defensively and hitting before he was injury. Alfaro, I love him. Aquaman, I want him to be up here. His power in the bat is very crucial for us right now. He's not good defensively right now, but I hope that grows. Story, you can't go wrong with Story. Story is a superstar. I seriously think the reason why we got him because we weren't going to sign Bogarts back. I really do think so. And I'm happy that he's here. Hopefully he's fully healthy, and we can get back on track after the trade deadline. We need to get back on track this week, next week, and weeks to come. That's what needs to happen.
I agree. I think this team, they're going to play good, and I'm going to be happy to say we have a good defensive shortstop, something I haven't been able to say. Well, Pablo Reyes is a good defender, but a consistently good defensive shortstop in Trevor Story. He is amazing. I love Trevor Story. I'm happy that he's going to be back. Dev, what do you think about this team? You said we're going to be a wagon here. Let's hear your thoughts.
I mean, hey, I've been saying that, this team is going to be a wagon right now. But I think that, from here on out, I feel like, with Trevor Story, just watch when his bat gets really hot. This team is going to be on fire. Chang coming back at shortstop is going to be huge for the Red Sox. We talked about this, how, he's basically been a great defender and great hitter for the Boston Red Sox. I mean, with Alfaro signing, I feel like, it's a great signing for the Boston Red Sox. We need a, catcher with experience out there. And, having him, having David Hamilton feels like, we were in the fields about that one. But now we actually have our catcher that we signed during spring training back. Now we actually have someone that can teach everyone the ropes, maybe have a little power in his bat. But, man, this team's going to be a wagon. I love it. We're going to make the playoffs, and we're going to be chilling.
Oh, okay.
I love that. I agree. this Boston Red Sox team, we're going to be at full strength very soon. Trevor Story coming back, playing shortstop, one of my favorite players in baseball. He's amazing. He's going to be great defensively. Just you watch. That arm is going to be looking good at shortstop. Christian Arroyo's been swinging the bat well. Yu Chang could even play some second base. There's going to be a lot of people moving around, so it's going to be good to see. Whitlock might be coming back soon. Chris Sale might be coming back soon. This team, they're not ready for the healthy Red Sox team. Once you let the Red Sox get hot, their bats continue to be hot. Their pitching continues to be hot. And I think the Red Sox make moves at the deadline. I'm not going to lie. I think we might make some trades. We might trade a couple people off, but we might get some prospects and we might get some major league talent. And who knows what this team is capable of. We've seen crazy moves by the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Kyle Schwarber in years past. Last year, they acquired Tommy Pham, which Eric Hosmer. Some guys are like, okay, questionable move. Why? But obviously, they were in like a kind of like a stretch year. But we've seen them too. The Nick Pivetta trade, that was good for the Red Sox that year. Getting a guy who could eat innings. I mean, we've seen it. The Christian Vasquez trade last year, now getting Valdez. I mean, we got some guys that can be very good. Even Valdez could get called up too. So there's options that you could do there. Harris, what are you thinking? Do you think this team is going to be good?
And a live cam from still
live
there.
cam from Justin. We got to get it up here.
From Justin.
Justin
Still there.
Justin texted me. He said he's going to pass out soon. Don't worry, Justin. We're going to get it wrapped up soon. We're getting our last thoughts, and I know you're about to fall asleep. Harrison.
He's muscling it out right now. He's like, yeah.
Harrison, wake Justin up. Let's hear your thoughts. Wake Justin up. Harrison is
hello.
Harrison, Eartha Harrison.
Wait, what? Oh, sorry. I went to the bathroom. Sorry.
You went to the
Oh,
episode?
I thought he said I went to. I thought he said he went to go to bed.
After that, now a word from our sponsors.
Before we get into the next half of the video, we've got great news. We've officially partnered with Dugout Mugs. All their mugs are made from bat barrels, and they can even engrave whatever you want on it. We've got a Red Sox mug coming in any day now. You could use the link in the description to go to their website, and any order you make helps support the channel. They've also got a bunch of amazing deals going on right now. We'll put the discount codes in the description as well. Go to dugoutmugs.com/grandstand, or just click the link in the description below. We appreciate you guys.
Shout out to Dugout Mugs for sponsoring us. You can get it at dugoutmugs.com/grandstand. Mugs $20 off. You can use or cut. You get $20 off your. Sorry guys, I'm so tired. You use code cut. You get $20 off bottle openers. Use Mugs 25. You get 25% off of mugs. You can get a Red Sox mug and get any team you like. Even if you're a Yankee fan, they do have Yankee ones. They have all MLB teams. If you want to grab them, they're great. Appreciate you guys for sponsoring us at Grandstand. We love you guys. Now, Harrison, back to you. Are you in the room? Are you not in the bathroom? Can we get an
Okay,
update?
I am now here. I am now.
Okay.
No, I went. It was a couple seconds ago, and then now I'm back. Okay, here we go.
Now that you're back.
Story time with Trevor. Oh, so is he rehabbing next? So he is rehabbing next week, in which we're really excited about. Yu Chang might be in the lineup tomorrow. I thought he was going to be in the lineup today. Turns out it was incorrect. Thank God we can get rid of freaking AAA David Hamilton, and which that dude was so bad. He was so bad. I like David Hamilton. The only thing I like about David Hamilton was his speed. And that's pretty much it. Just the speed. That's pretty much it. And Alfaro, we saw him a couple years ago in 2021 with the San Diego Padres. He was tied for first, I think, second in 2021 with game walk-off home runs. Is that right, Rob?
I believe him and Alex Verdugo were in the top with walk-off home runs and clutch hits. I think it was 4 at the time. So to have 2 of the most clutch players in Major League Baseball since 2021 is a huge addition for the Boston Red Sox. Harrison, buyers or sellers at the deadline, by the way?
1,000% buyers. I think that we need a rotation. Give me Dylan Cease or Jordan Montgomery to the Boston Red Sox. Just because if I have to pick one of those two, give me Jordan Montgomery. Just because, just imagine just throwing strikeouts to your freaking former team that you traded for Harrison Bader. I mean, come on. I mean, who doesn't want to see your former team just getting, like, come on, like, shit on, you know? But Dylan Cease, I mean, I don't mind Dylan Cease. He's 27 years old, still in his prime. I don't know if this is on his last year of his contract, I believe. Is it? I don't think he
so.
is. I will sign this man for 4 years. He's 27 years old, still in his prime. And he will be what, 31, 32 years old. I'll take that any day of the week.
I agree. He's a young catcher. He's a guy who could be clutch, and I think he has a lot of high potential with the bat. He's a guy who could play first base, DH, catch even if you need him to spot catch. I think he's a great guy. Defensively, he's not the best defensive catcher, but you can hide that at first base, or you can hide that obviously at DH too with the bat. And their Red Sox are also testing Justin Turner at second base, they're saying this year. So that's going to be
not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea. I've seen him play second base and fill in like at the end of the game. It'll be interesting to see because then you get Costas in there at first base, but then who DHs? Do you move Yoshida to DH? Does that mean the Red Sox are going to start? Are they going to start Kike in center? Are they going to platoon Duvall in left and put Duran in
Maybe
center?
Story DH.
Starting center fielder every single day. It's crazy. He's so good. I love Duvall, but Duvall's kind of slumping a little bit. I love you, Duvall. You're a dog. But I think you should be probably either a left fielder or the DH on the team because Jarren Duran has just proved this year. He had a renaissance. He's been so good this year. Turnaround year for Duran. And yeah, I think he deserves to be the starter. And I think this team is in position to be competitive at the deadline. And maybe, like Deb said, we probably might be a playoff team if we keep playing good. I think this team is very special. Guys, it was a wild episode. I'm not going to lie. Harrison go in the bathroom. Justin compared this team to a high school sweetheart. It's been a ride of a podcast. We've developed a lot throughout this podcast. And like I said, thank you guys so much for supporting us. We love every single one of you guys. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, obviously, for this episode and for further episodes coming on that I cannot say. Again, I'm not going to announce what's going on. We're staying together, but it's in the works. Something's going to happen. When it does, we'll fill you in because Justin and I have an announcement to make very, very soon. Lips are sealed, but we're all going to stay together. So if you guys love the vibes that we're giving right now, you're going to love the vibes of what's going to happen up next. But thank you guys so much for listening to me talk. I know I probably get annoying sometimes, but you can get annoyed from me more often too. Hey, everybody follow us on our social medias. Follow Grandstand Productions. Follow Gino Italy Jets right there. Dev the Sports Guy. Harrison Wentz 99 on TikTok. Jutstock _Stockhouse on Twitter. Fade Lines, TikTok, Twitter, Threads now. We all have the same Threads account, so that's good too. Same ats. But I just want to thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast throughout the months, and it's only going to go up from what we're going to do. We'll fill you in later. But Inside the Sox Podcast is a wrap. Peace, and we love that
dirty water.
Bye-bye.